This video demonstrates how to configure server mapping on a USG6000F series firewall to allow both internet and intranet users to access an intranet server using a public IP address through NAT server. In this topology, the intranet user and web server are both located in the DMZ. The intranet server's private IP address 10.2.0.8 needs to be mapped to the public IP address 1.1.1.10, and the private port 80 needs to be mapped to the public port 8080. Internet users access the intranet server through public IP address 1.1.1.10 and public port 8080. Source NAT needs to be configured to translate the private IP address 10.2.0.6 of the intranet PC into the public IP address 1.1.1.11. When the intranet PC accesses the intranet server through the server's public IP address, the server considers this PC as an internet user. This figure shows the process of configuring both internet and intranet users to access an intranet server through a public IP address. Let's begin by logging in to the web system. Then, let's configure interfaces. Choose Network is greater than Interface. Click the Edit button of 10GE0/0 seconds and set Intranet Interface Parameters. Set Zone to DMZ. Enter private IP address 10.2.0.1/24 in the IP address text box. Click the Edit button of 10GE0/0 firsts and set one interface parameters. Set Zone to Untrust. Enter public IP address 1.1.1.1/24 in the IP address text box. Configure a security policy. Then, configure a security policy to allow both intranet and internet users to access the intranet server. Choose Policy is greater than Security Policy is greater than Security Policy. Click Add Security Policy. Configure a security policy name, set the source security zones to DMZ and Untrust, the destination security zone to DMZ, the destination address to 10.2.0.0/24, and the action to permit. Now, let's configure a NAT address pool. Click Policy is greater than NAT policy is greater than NAT policy is greater than source translation address pool. Click Add and set the address pool name to address group 1 and IP address range to 1.1.1.11. Enable auto-generate black hole route and path. After that, configure server mapping. Choose Policy is greater than NAT policy is greater than server mapping. Click Add and select Allow Internet and Private Network Users to access server. Configure a server mapping name. Set public IP address to 1.1.1.10 and private IP address to 10.2.0.8. Toggle on Specify Protocol, select TCP, and set public port to 8080 and private port to 80. Enable Allow Server to use public IP address for internet access and auto-generate black hole route. Configure Source NAT. To simplify the configuration in this scenario, configure Source NAT on the page for configuring server mapping. Specifically, set private network user IP address accessing server to 10.2.0.6 and public address pool mapped to private network users to address group 1. Configure a NAT policy name. The corresponding source NAT policy is automatically generated. Configure a default route. Configure a default route on the firewall so that it can forward traffic received from the intranet server to the ISP router. Choose Network is greater than route is greater than static route. Click Add and set protocol to IPv4. destination address or mask to 0.0.0.0.0.0.0, and next hop to the egress router address 1.1.1.254. After completing the configuration on the firewall, contact the ISP network administrator to configure a static route on their egress router connected to the firewall with the destination address of the route set to the public IP address mapped to the server. In this way, the traffic destined for the intranet server can reach the firewall.